What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there? Having some technical difficulties to start the show. We are missing the one, the only Mr. C Sports Show. Hopefully, yeah, we have to work with the chat. Don't know what's going on right here, but we're trying to get through it, ladies and gentlemen. Want to welcome in everyone. Thanks for watching on here. Okay. Anyone wants to join, welcome to. So we are going to start it off week 13 NFL postgame. We are pumped up for the week that was in the NFL, and we are going to start off with this hilarious freaking meme that's going on the internet right now, all over Instagram. This was probably one of the most funniest segments I've seen. What's up, Stay Cool? How you doing, man? Mofo's in here? Yeah, dude. Ooh, man, we get into that one. Welcome in, Mr. C Sports Show, the one, the only.
What the hell's happening, man?
Dude, I don't know, man. Twitter's acting up. I try to send the message to you on Twitter, StreamYard, YouTube. Well, we got it done, bro. Welcome in.
Your audio's a little bit bad. I don't know if you have to fix that before you want to continue. Hello? Yeah, you gotta have to fix your audio a little bit. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know what it's doing. It's doing something weird.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's much better now. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Awesome. Let's go. Let us go. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Kobe. Mofo's in here. Welcome in, everyone. We're gonna get right into the football games. Mr. C Sports Show. We're gonna get into probably the most controversial game of the day. The 8-3 teams face off. What are your thoughts on this shit show, dude?
Wow. What happened to Tennessee, man? I couldn't believe it. 41 to it was like 30. What was it? 31-7 at one point. It was terrible. What the hell happened to Tennessee tonight, man? I had Tennessee winning this game because I thought that Brian Tannehill was a much better quarterback than Baker Mayfield, man. This was crazy, man. This must have been Baker Mayfield's career game right here. Jesus Christ.
Bro,
I cannot believe what I was seeing when I kept looking at that score, man. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
I mean, they did get a couple of they did get some bad luck. Tennessee, they had that fumble early on in the game with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And then I think they might have gone for it on 4th down to start the game. So a couple bad, unlucky things happened. And the freaking Browns, bro, they never fucking gave them a chance to get back in this game. I don't understand.
No, man, the Browns were fantastic.
I don't understand
tonight, man. You got to give them credit.
I mean, you have to give this guy credit a little bit because he's done interceptions for C Sports Show. I want to say in the last 4 games this year.
Audio's fucking up again, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, but before he fixes that, he had 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. I never seen Baker Mayfield play like this. QBR of 87. He was fantastic, man. 25 for 33 passing, 334 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interception. I never seen the guy play like this in my life. He was out there. He was looking like fucking Drew Brees out there. Baker Mayfield tonight. And then Mr. Tannehill. No, what the hell happened to the running game? Well, it's because they got down by a lot, right? They couldn't run the ball that much. Only 18 runs, only 60 yards by Derrick Henry. They threw the football 45 times, completed 29, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Ryan Tannehill, they didn't do that bad, I guess. Only 389, 3 touchdowns, QBR of 82. He didn't play that bad. Tannehill. But they couldn't get the running game.
He didn't play that.
They couldn't get, huh?
How's the audio working now, man?
All right.
Yeah, can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I could always hear you. Sometimes it's like, I don't know what it does. It's like, I don't know. It does something weird, right? It's hard to hear you. But right now I can hear you pretty good.
Bro, I spent the whole freaking hours trying to fix this fucking mic, bro, and I just cannot get the fucking settings to work, bro.
Yeah. Microphones are a pain in the ass, dude. They're a fucking pain in the ass.
I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet, Mr. C Sports Show, and just spend some money on a really nice microphone.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. That's why, dude, I'm on my second one because the first one I got, it was I tried to be a cheap ass about it and it broke. This one we spent more money on it. Now it's better.
Bro.
If you're gonna spend the money, spend it right because you don't want to buy. You don't want to be cheap about it and then get a shitty ass one.
Yeah, you got to put me in the right direction, bro.
I'll try. Let me see if I can find the box or the receipt and maybe you can buy this one. Because I don't want you to get a one and then fucks up like 3 months later, like it happened to me the first time.
Thank you, Mr. C Sports Show, pointing me in the right direction. All right, man. So we're gonna get right back into this NFL real quickly. That could have been a difference in the game. Was the offensive line play for the Browns? Because they gave him a lot of time to throw the ball in that pocket, bro. So when that happens, I mean, you can pretty much put any quarterback back there, and he's gonna have an awesome freaking day. So I really blame this loss on Vrabel not adjusting the pressure on Baker, right? But it's tough because you have Nick Chubb back there.
Yeah. I think they were more focused on the running game, I guess, than in respect Baker Mayfield.
All these stats came in the first half, bro, which was insane. Like, okay, 4 touchdown passes, 38 points in the first freaking half of the football game, bro. I've never seen this is NFL this week and last week and the previous week have been a little bit crazy, bro.
It was like that Alabama LSU game. It was 45-14 at halftime. Jesus Christ.
Exactly, dude. So the Browns, they move on to 4-0 now against the AFC South. Completely dominating that division, bro. They wish they can play them every single week. 38 points in the first half. And what do you think? I mean, is this game, like, can you use this to, like, judge this team? Or is this just like a outlier, like they play like this, their Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Or are they going to continue to build? Because, bro, they've been building every single week.
They're getting a lot better. This was a good win for them, but now we got to see them play like we got to Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. We got to see how they do with those teams because they got blown out by Pittsburgh and Baltimore. So that's the next task, I think. They got Pittsburgh coming up in a few weeks, so that's going to be an interesting game to watch. But this is the best Cleveland I've seen in like almost 10, 15 years. Probably this is the best Cleveland Browns team since Bill Belichick was there. I'm not going to lie. This is a good football team, especially when it comes to running the football and playing defense.
It's kind of interesting how they built that team, like the previous regime. And this coach came in and he just put all the pieces together. But the players were already there from before,
Yeah. I think he's kind of like doing what Kyle Shanahan did last year, run the football and play defense. And I mean, today was a little bit different because Baker Mayfield actually, did a lot of damage. But usually Baker Mayfield doesn't do anything. It's mostly Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and then the defense just goes to work.
Right, bro. So Cleveland fans online, they were a little bit hesitant about this win because about the cycle, bro. He can play like shit. He's criticized by the media. Then he's like, he gets all mad because he's an underdog. He plays like an amazing game, and then he gets all proud and he starts talking all that shit, and he goes back to playing like shit. So they know the cycle already.
Who they play next week?
That's a good question. Mr. C Sports Show. I do not know that off the top.
You're right. The whole week they're gonna be blowing up smoke up his ass, and he's gonna be pumping his chest out. I want to see how he plays next week.
Right. And then someone online put this post, bro. They said, don't get too up on the Browns because in 2014 they were 7-4 and they lost every single game after that.
Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. They're playing
Let's see
really
what
good
happens.
right now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So moving right along, Mr. C Sports Show. Some of these games I didn't want to cover is a little bit ugly games.
Yeah.
Go for it, bro.
This one, yeah, they had no choice but to bench Carson Wentz, man. It was embarrassing. Once again, only 3 points by Mr. Carson Wentz. He only threw for 79 yards. Terrible performance. They had no choice. I thought they should have done this weeks ago, but they finally did it today. They put in Jalen Hurts, gave him a spark. Completed 5 of 12 passes, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw an interception late in the game. And then it also helped that Jalen Rager returned the punt. It was kind of a dick tease, They almost came back, but then Green Bay took over and ended up winning 30-16. So let's see what happens next week with the Eagles. Let's see if they can start Jalen Hurts, and they play the Saints next week, so they're probably going to lose no matter what. But yeah, it looks like the Carson Wentz era might be over, and we might be getting into the Jalen Hurts era in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we'll see. Says that the Jalen Hurts era begins.
I think it might. He's out there looking like Michael Vick. I'm not gonna lie, but his throwing, I don't know, man.
The throwing, right? The throwing, yeah. I saw a little bit. I was like, oof, right?
I mean, he's got to work on his throwing, but sacks. Because Carson Wentz is a statue back there. He gets sacked. This guy can at least run away from sacks.
Yeah. Colby's got a comment for you, Mr. C Sports Show.
We could have stopped Adams, Rodgers. Yeah, exactly. We had no answer for their big three. Adams killed us. 10 catches, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 15 touchdowns, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. Rodgers, 295, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, we had no answer for their big three. Adams, Darian Slay, I don't know what the hell. Like, I've been disappointed with him. The last 2 weeks, he got fucking toasted by DK Metcalf, and now Adam. I don't know what's going on with Darian Slay. He's supposed to be a shutdown cornerback. He's too short, man. He faces these big, taller guys like DK Metcalf and Adams, and he gets toasted. So
he might be like a slot cornerback, like a nickelback.
Yeah, he's not as good as advertised. You're you're in Detroit and you think you're about shit. You go to a different team and you find you're just full of shit.
Get some more comments.
We got cream pied by their big three: Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Davante Adams. But yeah, give credit to Rodgers. He did his thing. MVP candidate. So we'll see what happens.
Mofo's got a comment for you too. See,
Tammy, Eagles are done. They might not win another game this year. To be honest, I think the only winnable game they have is Washington. And they might win that game because Alex Smith is playing now. So we might just fucking go.
There's a picture of a Wentz, bro. He's trying to act like he's celebrating that touchdown, bro, but deep down,
yeah, he's heartbroken. He's pissed off.
His NFL career as an Eagle might be over, man.
Yeah.
So you guys got a big quarterback controversy on your hands this week. It's gonna be crazy in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because he's making so much money. It's gonna be hard to trade him. But maybe to the Colts, I don't know, because that was his offensive coordinator when he played good in 2017. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But Aaron Rodgers, man, he killed it, man. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, it was fantastic, man.
Bro, how does this guy only have 1 ring, dude? He's got all these like incredible records off of like all these dudes. And just one
you know why? Because they never gave him a defense. That's a problem. Other than that 2011 year when he had a defense, he's never had a top 10 defense other than that one. The only year he had a top 10 defense, he won the Super Bowl. That's been the problem in Green Bay. They don't get him a defense.
Hopefully, when you spend your freaking first-round draft pick getting a backup quarterback for this guy.
Exactly.
What are you trying to do here?
Instead of getting a defensive player or another wide receiver to play alongside Davante Adams, they get a fucking quarterback who I heard is not even doing that good in practice.
Yeah, I heard something similar that he's having trouble with the playbook and shit. But, okay, so they lost to the Niners last year in the NFC Championship game. And, okay, we talked about the draft. Terrible pick, right? I mean, you're going to try to win another NFC Championship game or NFC title this year, but you really didn't improve the offense. It's basically try to outscore the other team for Green Bay because their defense is also kind of suspect.
Yeah, I've said it for like the last 2 years. Ever since Matt LaFleur got in there, they're like the Oklahoma Sooners of NFL, where they're gonna blow teams out, especially teams that don't have good defenses. But once they play teams that like run the football, smash mouth football, like fucking San Francisco last year or Tennessee, Baltimore, they're gonna get destroyed.
Super done.
Maybe like the freaking the thing is that I don't know if there's any team in the NFC this year that really has maybe the Rams outside of the Rams. I mean,
I don't know, bro. Such tough questions.
He's playing off the backfield lately as a wide receiver, running all those screens. So unless they run into the Rams,
yeah,
they might have that problem this year.
Right, because the Saints, I mean, they have that number 1 seed, but they're really overvalued. We'll get into that one, but
they play like the Packers, which is like through the air attack.
Yeah, exactly, dude. The defense on the Saints, it's decent, but I don't know. I just think they're really overvalued as a number 1 seed out of the NFC.
Something always happens to the Saints in the playoff and they lose. Right.
The way I look at it right now, it's kind of like someone has to be a number 1 seed out of the NFC, so it just happens to be the Saints because they have the best record. But I don't know if they're the best team, if that makes sense. Yeah, but we'll get into it, bro. So the Chiefs, really disappointing game, bro, in the red zone. Everyone online's been going crazy about the Chiefs and their red zone offense. What are your thoughts about this football game?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy it was close because it was Sunday Night Football, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Denver Broncos, Vic Fangio for the game plan, I guess. Only 22 points. They didn't score a touchdown until the fucking third quarter. I thought Andy Reid was a little bit too cute today with his goal line offensive calls, trying to run all these trick plays. Just fucking running I formation, running up the middle with fucking Le'Veon Bell. All these trick plays. They got a little bit too cute, I thought. And they weren't taking this seriously. Shout out to Vic Fangio and the defense for holding them to just 22 points and not allowing a touchdown until the third quarter.
Exactly, bro. I mean, who would have freaking thought that? It was such a weird offensive red zone play call, like you mentioned, because how many targets did Kelsey get on like the first 3 red zones that they did?
Yeah, it seemed like they were just experimenting in this game with different plays.
I mean, it sucks for us to say that because Denver Broncos did put up a good fight, but okay, we go back 2 games now with the Chiefs, bro. They're 0-7 in the red zone the last 2 games, so this could be a problem with the Chiefs team, or like you mentioned, or they could be experimenting.
Yeah,
the media is going to tell us they have a problem, but Mr. C Sports Show could be onto something where it's kind of like Andy Reid sitting there 10-1. He's like, let's have some fun out here. Let's open up the playbook a little bit.
Yeah, let's see what works, what doesn't work. They might just be starting to get ready for the playoffs. You saw after the game that Travis Kelce, you could tell he didn't give a shit because he's like, I thought the Raiders did a good job today. He called them the Raiders instead of the Broncos.
Dude,
that was embarrassing.
What the hell was that, bro?
So you could tell they're not even focused on them. They're like, yeah, good job. Shout out to the Raiders for making it hard tonight. Yeah.
You got some comments in the chat, see, my bad.
Shit, I was thinking about the chat when I'm doing these. Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, hey, what up, London? Hats off to the Raiders. I mean, a Broncos showed up tonight. Give them, yeah. Fangio definitely was great. Give the Broncos credit. Yeah, I thought it was funny how Drew Luck threw an interception in the opening drive, and then he threw an interception in the final drive. That was kind of funny. But other than that, he played really good tonight. Just couldn't make the final play when he had to. I think he got a little bit nervous at the end there. And then Melvin Gordon, he had a good performance, 131 yards rushing. But yeah.
Bro, okay, going back to that Kelsey shit, did you think he had a brain fart, or do you think he was trolling the
No, I think he had a brain fart. I
think he had a brain fart, bro. I think he fucked up, dude.
No, that would be crazy if he just fucking trolled them like that. You imagine that? Because you don't want to fucking troll, especially the Raiders, man. You got to deal with fuckers in the playoffs.
Exactly, bro. Gruden's gonna get you. That's why at first I thought he was trolling, but I was like, no, this is Travis Kelce. I don't think he's that smart to do something like that. I think he just fucked up.
Yeah, I think he just fucked up too. No way you want to troll them. And they might fucking. And I mean, you better hope the Raiders don't take that too seriously because they almost beat them twice this year. So yeah, you got to be careful.
So I kind of think that Belichick kind of put the game plan a little bit to stop this dude Mahomes, and the Gruden kind of played off of it this in that previous matchup that they had. You
Yeah.
know, the game plan's out on how to beat the Chiefs, right? You have to keep them off the freaking field and all that stuff. Um, I think they could be beat, bro. They're a team that I don't. A couple weeks back, I was like, this team's invincible, but you know, I think they could be beat, bro. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's a lock that the Chiefs are gonna make it out of the AFC. How I thought a couple weeks back. I think it's gonna be a little bit interesting how it goes. Season goes along. Anyway,
Pitt,
bro, you got some more
Pittsburgh
chats
has
here.
the defense, but now they lost Devin Bush and Bud Dupree, so I don't know. They still got that good secondary though with James Hayden and what's that other guy's Fitzpatrick. So I mean,
But they did lose those two linebackers. You're right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Pittsburgh could do it. The thing with Pittsburgh, they don't. I don't know if they have the running game with James Conner and Snell, Benny Snell. I don't know if that's good enough.
It's because my point about Pittsburgh is like they can play that ugly type of game that we saw Denver play today and the Raiders play today against the Chiefs. You know, they can muck up the game like that and they could, make it because the Chiefs are a finesse team. You know, they like to run all these gadget plays and score all these fucking points. They don't want to get into a fist fight. You know what I mean?
You know who can actually get them, but I don't even. I mean, I don't know like how if they would play or especially if they even make the playoffs. Either the Raiders should make the playoffs or the New England Patriots. I think they could really get them. They know how to beat them. John Gruden and Bill Belichick. The thing is, when do they play them? And as far as New England goes, does New England even make it to the playoffs? But those are probably the two teams that could probably get them. I think New England and Las Vegas. I think they know how to beat them. But the thing is, when do you see them?
Right.
And then as far as New England does, do they even make it to the playoffs? So they're literally 500 at 6-6. So, but those are probably the two teams that I think could actually beat them: New England and Las Vegas. Bill Belichick.
So we're talking about this guy on the screen about beating this guy. Through 43 starts, he's got 35 freaking wins, bro. He's got an 81% chance to win every time he plays a football game. This kid.
Yeah, this kid has been. I never seen the dude dominate this. Like literally since the day he stepped on the field, he's dominated, man. Jesus Christ! Like even Peyton Manning, Don Marino, Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't even play his rookie year, and then Don Marino and Peyton Manning got off to a terrible start their rookie year. This guy's been unbelievable.
Well, didn't he sit for a little bit?
He did in his rookie year. That's right. Okay, so Tom Brady, he didn't play his rookie year.
Still, bro. I mean,
Tom Brady was not this good at his first year starter. This guy's unbelievable.
Unbelievable for this kid, bro. So that's the quote. That's the quote.
He's out of the world.
That's the quote that this freaking genius did, dude. I still can't believe that, bro. I still can't believe
I really hope that was a fucking brain fart, not a fucking troll. Jesus Christ.
Anyone that listens
he knows better than that.
Don't do like stupid shit because you don't want to end up like Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along, bro. The Rams took care of business versus the Cardinals. This was a game that I really liked for the Rams to win based on, we talked about that show on Tuesday. I was looking for the Rams to win this one based on the line movement and all that shit. So I'm really happy they came through because the line suggested that the Cardinals were going to win this game because it was a small spread, right? It was a 3-point spread and it got bet down to 2 points. So it was suggested that, the Cardinals were attracting money. But the game started rolling along. The Cards got that quick score. The adjustments were made. Mr. Jared Goff came through and he played a very good game.
Yeah, no interceptions today for Jared Goff. 1 touchdown, 251 yards, QB off 87. Dude, 47 throws completed 37. That's pretty damn good. He had a good game today. Akers, 72 yards rushing. Henderson, 49. Yeah, they played good. Robert Woods, 10 catches.
Yep. Bro, I mean, 47 passes from this kid. He completed 41 freaking times. They're playing kind of like a hybrid of the Patriots offense with Brady mixed a little bit with like a little Chiefs. They got the fucking offensive shit rolling this team, bro. and they're gonna ride and die with Goff. They're gonna ride and die with Goff because they gave him so much responsibility to call all these audibles, all these shifts at the line of scrimmage. He's got to hike the ball almost with like 1 second on the play clock every single freaking time.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on that kid, bro.
Yeah, but like you said, it seems like they're riding him, and 47 throws. Yep, it's so. I mean, this kid, he's really good, but sometimes something happens to him. He just starts throwing interceptions for no reason. But today he didn't. So, I mean, you just better hope he doesn't get sloppy, because he could go from Jared Goff to Jared Goofy really fast. So,
that's funny,
better
bro.
hope. Yeah, just better hope he stays disciplined and doesn't try to force too many passes and tight windows. And yeah, you can win with this kid. He's good. I mean, it's just that sometimes he scares me with when he throws an interception. He seems to like fucking snowball, and he just throws like 3 or 4.
Bro, my father said the exact same shit that you said right now about Goff.
Yeah, it snowballs. Like he throws one and he just panics and starts throwing like the interception left and right. I still cannot, dude. I've seen it this so many times. A few weeks ago with Miami, last week I think with San Francisco. I saw it in college at the University of California. Something happens to him when he throws in. He loses his confidence. I don't know what happens, but when he throws an interception, it goes to the fucking shithole for him. That's the problem with Jared Goff.
That is something we're gonna have to keep an eye on as the season goes along. We'll be right along, though, Steve. We're gonna be right along real quickly in this post game recap. The freaking Patriots dropped the fucking bomb on the fucking Chargers. 0 points. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, the hype, 0 freaking points, bro.
And Cam Newton with his 69 yards. One touchdown, 69 yards, completed 12 of 19 passes.
Complete domination by the Patriots defense on Justin Herbert. This game, Mr. Bill Belichick, a week of preparation to take on this kid. You called this game, actually. You said it that rookie quarterbacks against Mr. Bill Belichick, it's fresh meat.
Yeah, they destroy them. And I didn't think it was going to be like this, 45-0, Jesus Christ. 53 throws, complete 26, 209 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His QBR of 8, Jesus Christ. Yeah, they just confused him the whole game, man. Bill Belichick being Bill Belichick, taking advantage of a rookie. And this might be the rookie of the year, and he made him look like shit.
Yeah. Mofo says that the Chargers want the top 4 pick.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors a lot of reports going on that they might fire. Did you see the special teams? They kept either having 12 guys on the field or 10 guys. Like they're not organized at all. Like it's a clusterfuck over there. I think I would not be surprised if tomorrow they fire Anthony Lynn. It's a clusterfuck.
They have a good team, on paper, right?
But the coach doesn't have this like.
Yeah, I mean, you have a good tight end, you have a good defensive line, you have a quarterback that's coming up. It's tough because it's a rookie quarterback. But you're right; it's the most likely that guy's gonna get canned. He's gonna get blamed for the freaking.
When you have problems special teams, that usually means that you're not disciplined. You're not like ready to play. So they had 12 men on the field once, and then twice they had 10 men on the field for a punt. So yeah, that tells me that they're not butting up. The small details, that's where they lack, and that's where you lose when you don't pay attention to those small details.
So Mr. Mofo, bro, when they scored that touchdown, bro, I thought Mofo was like, yeah, Mofo's fucking happy right now. He's not gonna come on the Fox News, bro. I was like, thank the Lord. My prayer. Wait. Hizo una oración, cabrón. I was like, Mofo, por favor.
I remember that. You can go on the Las Vegas Fox News if they lost.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the play.
Yeah, a lot of people they're saying that the owner busts down to call a fucking all blitz so they can lose.
I mean, bro, this is a crazy one right here. Because, all right, the game starts off, and they get that opening fucking drive touchdown, the Jets, right? So then they come back and they score a touchdown. Jets come back, though. Jets are playing with them, bro, 14-7. bro. But they took over. At one point, it was 24-10 Raiders, my friend. You know, like
Yeah,
they couldn't close. I think Chucky got a little bit too conservative with the play calls, and he didn't really go for it. You know, he tried to he got tight with that lead, and Ruggs too. Yeah, you're right, Mofo. Mofo makes a good point about Ruggs. He had that great catch at the end, but he had that fumble and that ball that went off of his fingertip.
yeah. Nah,
Well,
man.
that
I think they
interception.
could have. I think they
Super
could have
lucky to
won.
win this game, my friend.
I honestly think they did that on purpose, man. They're trying to get Trevor. This is the second time it happens. Remember a few weeks ago on Monday Night Football, they had the fucking Patriots. And then in the second half, Joe Flacco started throwing to a bunch of double coverages when he had guys open or on one-on-one situations. I think that the Raiders should, the Jets should low-key be fucking 2-10. I think they could have won the Patriots game, and I think they could have won this game. And they just throw them away. They're not going to win a game unless the Jacksonville Jaguars win another one. But as long as the Jacksonville Jaguars do not win another game, they're not going to win one. They'd rather go 0-16.
Yep. It sucks, bro, that it's come down to this in the NFL, you know? It's kind of like the NBA a little bit.
It's going to be interesting to see if they hopefully not, but if they end up having a lottery like the NBA eventually, because that's at least twice I think the Jets fucking literally lose on purpose this year. So
the highlight today for the Raiders was Mr. Darren Waller. Continues to be one of the top tight ends in the National Football League, bro.
Yeah.
He's closing in Travis Kelce, this kid, dude.
Yeah, with Zach Ertz falling off the last few years, I think he might be top 3, man. Now along with he might be the second one right now with George Kittle being hurt. So it might be Kelce and Darren Waller, low key. 13 catches, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy's killing it. I think he's the second best tight end right now behind Travis Kelce. This Darren Waller kid.
He's such a big escape for Derek Carr when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Derek Carr loves to rely on Waller, and Gruden opens up the playbook for him too, dude. Every week he's getting more targets and he's coming through, dude. He's not dropping these passes. He's stepping up to the plate. It's going to be a bright future for the Raiders and with that kid, bro.
No, they got a lot of weapons. Darren Waller, Henry Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow, even Nelson Alligar when he's actually catching them. Yeah, they got a good team over there. Josh Jacobs. Yeah, this is a good football team. The problem is that they got Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes, but they could easily win the division if it wasn't for Kansas City being in the same division.
So Derek Carr really underrated when it comes to a clutch time with these game-winning drives. He's now his 23rd game-winning drive, and that's number 2 in the NFL since 2014, right behind Stafford.
Yeah, Matthew
interesting
Stafford.
That's interesting stat because the Lions and the Raiders recently they haven't really been Lions especially. You know, they've been losing a lot of games.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford is probably one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he's really good, but he can't show for Detroit.
You got some comments, Mr. C Sports Show.
You got some comments. I bet you part of them. I was hella pissed off. Pinches Boros they would have done on cheese. Yeah, that would have that would have been embarrassing, crazy mofo. Pendejo face for the fourth quarter for my Raiders. Yeah, that would have been embarrassing, dude. Chargers wants to top. Yep. Cam Newton with Cam Newton, man, really did damage today. But yeah, no, shout out to them because they could have sacked them. So shout out for Derek Carr for moving up in the pocket, making the throw. Yep. I guess offensive line for, I don't know. Do you think it's possible they told them not to sack him?
Dude, I don't want to think in that way. But you can't be naive. You can't be naive and not, count anything out. Because obviously when you watch like ESPN and Fox Sports and all that stuff, they're not going to tell you that. You know what I mean? They're not going to.
That's what here, yeah.
Right. But, it's very obvious that something happened today in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they told them all out blitz, but don't fucking sack them.
And that's the goal right there for the Jets on the screen. That's the goal for them.
Exactly. That's their one. Yeah. Yeah. Some people were starting to joke on Twitter that, Justin Herbert's going to look fantastic in that green. Justin Fields. They were trolling them. They were going to miss out on Trevor Lawrence.
I'm glad the Raiders won, though, because that would not have been a good look for the franchise, bro. Franchise, for the coach. Because I like the coach, bro. I think he's a good coach. You just gotta little bit.
It's good to see the Raiders.
Too conservative, bro. He gets too conservative at times in the games, and he just wants to run the clock out, which is fine, but I don't know. He needs a little bit more like modern plays, bro. He's good, but I don't know. That 24-10 lead that they had and they gave it up, bro. It's oof. I don't know.
Run the football. How many times did they run the football? Let me see. See, that's a problem. These coaches seem to forget to run the football sometimes. I don't know what happens to them. They ran the football 25 times.
That's pretty good.
The thing is that they had
total for the whole team.
No Josh Jacobs. He's hurt, so I don't know if they panic, and I don't know because Josh Jacobs is hurt. So
they missed, and they had Did Josh Abrams play on defense? I think he didn't play either. Muffle will tell us right now. But anyway, dude, moving right along with these rest of these NFL games, we're gonna talk about the freaking. Yeah, we already went over the Patriots and all that stuff already. This kid suffered the biggest blowout loss in franchise history. Incredible.
Yeah, man. Like I said, they got probably new coach over there.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
just doesn't know how to play, literally. Yeah, no Jacobs, no Adams. Yeah.
Stay Cool says if he loses to the Jaguars, he's gonna take a break from the internet for a while.
Oh, they play the Bears.
I think that's a great spot for the Bears to get back on the winning bandwagon.
Yeah, the Jaguars are a mess. Isn't Matt Glenn their quarterback right now? Matt Glenn, who used to be Matt Glenn, he was a backup in Tampa or some shit like that back in the day.
I think he played for the Raiders too. No, Matt Glennon or something like that. Something, I don't know.
I think he played for Tampa Bay right before Jameis Winston got there, and then he played for the Bears a little bit before Mitchell Trubisky got there. Yeah, he's always been trash. He's always been a fucking backup. But they're playing him right now because supposedly Brett, what's his name, Mincho is hurt, but I don't think he's hurt. I think they're just bulljining because they want to lose games on purpose as well.
Yeah.
Right now, those teams you don't want to watch right now: Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and New York Jets. They're fucking losing on purpose.
Yeah, it sucks, bro, but that's what it is.
Yep.
So this NFC South game happened. Saints won. The Falcons. A lot of hype on the Falcons this week because of the way that they play the Raiders, and I kind of expected this to happen. A big letdown. Versus the Saints, right? London's gonna check out. He's gonna having a good night. Later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
No, Julio Jones came back from injury, but Matt Ryan kind of sucked. 39 throws, completed 19, 273 yards, 1 touchdown, QBR of 28. The running game was trash too.
No.
Yeah.
So this team, bro, we talked about a little bit earlier, right? That the Saints, they have the number 1 seed in the NFC, but I mean, they don't look to me like a number 1 seed. It's just someone has to be the number 1 seed, and this team just happens to have the best record. I think that's what it is with this team, with the Saints.
Outside of that Sunday night game where they beat Tampa Bay, they have not looked that good all year. That was the only time they looked fantastic when it was 38-3. But other than that, yeah, they all right. Right now, they're just trying to survive without Drew Brees. Bro,
they've survived very well without Drew Brees, dude. They're 8 wins and no losses in the last 2 years without that guy. And it sucks for me to say this, but is Drew Brees a system quarterback?
And remember, Drew Brees was with the Chargers back in the day, and he looked like an average quarterback. And then he went to Sean Payton. Now it could be a possibility where he is just a fucking system quarterback. Because right now, they're fucking winning with fucking a running back? Tyson Hill's a running back, literally. They're fucking winning with a running back right now. It's crazy. Right. 83 yards today for Tyson Hill.
Yeah, dude. A bunch of Saints fans online were saying that even though they won the game with Taysom Hill, they want Brees back because they don't feel confident that he can win tough games versus
Yeah,
like good teams.
I mean he had a good game. 37 throws, completed 27, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, QBR 59.
Right.
QBR great, but yeah, he's playing better than I thought. But yeah,
But
obviously he needs
it's
back.
tough because last year Teddy went 4-0 or 5-0,
5-0.
5-0, and then this dude steps in and he goes 3-0, dude.
That's why you start wondering if he's a system quarterback, Drew Brees, all these years.
Right. If Drew Brees would have played those 8 games, would he have gone 8-0? That's
Oh, no.
another. That's the other question you got to ask yourself, right? Um, could the Saints be better if Brees retires? That's the other thing that you got to ask themselves because I mean 8-0, bro. Without him, that's a pretty good record.
The thing about Drew Brees has always been that, especially the last few years, is that he can't really throw downfield. So sometimes they do say, well, this Tyson Hill, he does have maybe not the accuracy, but he does have a stronger arm that can spread the field, that can spread the ball. Like Michael Thomas can actually go for a vertical route. Same thing with Emmanuel Sanders. Where with Drew Brees, it's more like fucking slants.
I think Brees' days are numbered in New Orleans, bro. I think he might be on his way out with that team.
I think he's retired this year, no matter what happens.
I think Sean Payton is ready to go in a different direction.
I think he's going to retire. He kind of like to go on, I think on NBC, Sunday Night Football or some shit like that. So I think he's going to, even if they don't win the Super Bowl, he's probably going to retire this year.
I think he should. I think he should. I mean, it's a good career, good quarterback, good ambassador for the game. Never got into a lot of trouble. Just that one controversial thing he had, but other than that, bro, he's been a good representative for the National Football League.
Yeah.
The upset of the day, Mr. C Sports Show, was a Seahawks, dude. That was a fucking upset, bro. Who would have thought?
Dude, I don't know if that shit coming, man. With fucking Colt McCoy as their quarterback, what the fuck,
dude? This is why that classic saying, "Any given Sunday, bro."
Exactly. I couldn't believe this shit, man. Like, what the hell?
So
the Giants ran the hell out of that Wayne Galliman guy, the running back, dude. He fucking 135 yards rushing. Jesus Christ.
This game, I thought the Giants won it on both their fronts. The offensive line, obviously, what you're mentioning with the run blocking, but their defense, bro. They made Russell Wilson's life a fucking living nightmare today. They were on his ass from start to finish, bro. Mr. Joe Judge is getting a lot of credit for this win.
Yeah, they're saying that this might be the best defense they had since the fucking Super Bowls when they had Strahan, Humanier, and Justin Tuck. They're saying that's how good this defense might be. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Are the Giants back low key? I mean, they're only 5-7, but they're playing really good football.
Dude, they started off 1-7, right?
1-7, 1-5. I think they didn't win their first game until like week 6 or week 7.
Mofo says that horrible game from Wilson. Giants are fucking up their top 5 pick. Dude, they are, bro.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know, man. It seems like they do want to get in the fucking playoffs.
They have a good shot to win the East, bro. But I mean, anyone can win that shit. I'm more concerned a little bit about Russell Wilson trying to like you say, see, he's trying to make chicken shit.
Yeah,
right? He's trying to force balls. He's trying to extend plays. He's trying to do anything he can to win football games. I feel bad for this dude because he's probably gonna end up getting hurt. Last 2 years, no offensive line to protect this guy. Seahawks,
I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. Their defense, it got better with Carlos Dunlap, and Jamal Adams this year, but it's not that good. Offensive line not that good either. Yeah, they're not a Super Bowl. I don't think they're a Super Bowl caliber team. I still think it's probably going to come out. It's probably going to come down to New Orleans and Green Bay for the Super Bowl in the NFC.
Yeah, whoever can knock off those two teams, will go. It's gonna go through one of those two teams. Dude. The NFC Championship game, it'll either be Packers or it'll be the Saints in there. So you're gonna have to beat one of those teams.
Yeah, because we talked about it.
It's wide open, dude.
I mean, LA. Are we going to trust Jared Goff to throw interceptions? Seattle, can we trust their defense? Can we trust their offensive line?
Right.
And then who else? Whoever the hell comes out of the NFC East. Come on, that's a joke. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 43-year-old quarterback Tom Brady. I mean, I rather trust it. I think it's between the Packers and the Saints.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're the number 2 teams, the top 2 teams, so it's definitely for them. Okay, so AFC 2 teams, right? Chiefs, Steelers. I think whoever gets the number 1 seed in the AFC will go on to Super Bowl, and I kind of have a feeling that the 1 seed in the NFC, I don't know if they're gonna go. I think it's gonna be like one of those teams playing that wild card round. Like it could be the 2, the 3 seed, because I don't know if there's a true number 1 seed in the NFC. So I think if when they play that game off the bye, they could get knocked off.
Right now, the number 2 and 3 seeds would be Green Bay and Los Angeles.
They would, okay. I think it would be they would probably face the 1 seed in the NFC Championship game. They wouldn't face them in that second round.
LA Chargers would play Green Bay in the divisional round, and then the winner would play the Saints. The Saints,
yeah, there you go.
The Saints would play the fucking Giants, but the Giants are gonna lose.
Yeah.
It would. So right now, the Saints would get a bye. Green Bay would play Minnesota, and Los Angeles would play Tampa Bay, and then New York would play Seattle. That would be the matchups right now if they started today.
Yeah.
So in the second round, it would most likely be New Orleans versus Seattle,
right,
and Los Angeles versus Green Bay.
That's tough, bro. I could see a lot of upsets right there in that.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers might actually beat the fucking Rams in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I could see all kinds of scenarios in there because there's, like you mentioned, there's not a true number 1 seed this year. So I think all these teams are really even. And then when they play each other in the playoffs, I think they can knock each other off, dude. But we'll see, dude. It's gonna be that's a good picture right there of Russell Wilson getting fucked up all day, buddy. Let me try to pull up like the playoff picture right here, and you get a little better look at it right now.
Dude, Arizona's about to fucking choke, dude. They got to get their head out of their ass.
Well, Kyler Murray's, I think he's hurt, dude.
Yeah, I think he's got a sprained shoulder. He's not really. He only ran 15 yards today. He only rushed for 15.
So they might be done because
they're
gonna ride and die with that guy, right?
It feels to me like they're protecting him. They're barely running with him. The read option. I think they might. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to lose. They just fucking shut him down for the year. It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it because then you run into what, like, okay, his shoulder's fucked up, but then he's gonna try to compensate, like, with his legs and shit, right? And then he's gonna try to, like, you can fuck up right there.
Right? And then I mean, the way things are looking right now, if you find a way to get in, you're probably gonna have to go playing Green Bay in the first round, which you're gonna lose. So you might as well just fucking pack it in for next year.
Yeah, Buffalo says that the last spot right now would go to the Vikings.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Vikings are 7. Okay. Arizona and Minnesota are tied 6-6. But since Minnesota won today and Arizona lost, that's why they're ahead.
Okay. So right there, I pulled up the. I don't know if you can see on the screen. See, there's like the playoff picture according to the NFL.
Yeah.
So the AFC and the NFC. AFC on the left, obviously. Steve, like, there's the 1 seed is not locked up yet. There's 2 teams that could the same shit with the AFC, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers got that number 1 seed, dude. I know we've been saying the Saints, but I think I don't know. They could lose, bro. I think the Saints might be losing in this week coming up.
They play. They're gonna win. Let me look at the hold on. So the Saints played. All right, let me see here. Saints finish with Philadelphia. Oh, they're gonna lose. They got Kansas City in week 14.
Perfect. So that could be a Packers jumping them on one spot.
Yeah.
I
So there's
just
our
I just got a I just got a feeling that Packers is gonna get that 1 seed, and then they're gonna drop the hype on them. They're gonna they're gonna drop the hype on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That this is their year of the Super Bowl, and something's gonna happen in the playoffs where they're gonna choke or something. But I kind of have a feeling that's what's gonna happen.
You
They're
might
gonna
be
get
right.
that.
They got the Chiefs in Week 14, so that could be a loss, especially if Drew Brees is still not there.
What about the rest of the games for this? They play they already played Tampa twice, right? So they're done with Tampa.
Yeah, they play. So their last 4 games are against Philadelphia, Kansas City, Minnesota, and Carolina.
Damn. So they might go 3-1.
Yeah, they'll be Philadelphia. They'll probably beat Minnesota, and they'll beat Carolina. They'll go 3-1. And then let me look at the Packers. Who do they have their final 4?
So they probably play like the Lions or some shit like that. Some shitty.
Yeah, they got the Lions next week.
Nah, dude, that's a win.
Lions. Oh, so Lions. Oh, they got Tennessee though.
Okay, that's a tough one.
Week 16, they play Tennessee.
Yeah, so I guess the Saints might get the 1 seed then, dude.
So both of them could actually go 3-1 because they got Detroit, Carolina, Chicago, and Tennessee.
Unless Minnesota could do something crazy and upset them.
Upset who? The Saints?
The Saints, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't think so. Especially if they come off losing to the Chiefs, probably gonna be really focused for that game. Right. It would have to be the other way around where they're looking ahead to the Chiefs game, but the Chiefs game is before.
Yeah. Mofo says that he likes the Vikings to beat the Saints. Vikings have their number. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
That number of information. Oh yeah, dude, for the fucking playoffs, bro.
It's on a weird day. I think they play on Christmas, which is like on a Friday. So I mean, it could kind of fuck them up.
That could be the Vikings' little upset, bro.
Yeah,
because Mofo's right.
And then they got to play on a Friday versus the Vikings. I mean, it could kind of throw them off a little bit.
They already fucked them up last year. So the game that I was really happy that the seeding worked in my favor a little bit was the Rams got that 3 spot. The Seahawks dropped down a little bit. So if the Rams were to do something, I guess they're positioning themselves a little bit better now than what they were last week. Next week they got a Thursday game against the
Patriots.
Yeah, so they're gonna win that shit. I mean, obviously people are gonna go with the Patriots with that 45 point. We'll see. I'll do a little pregame, the same thing we did last week, CE, with the preview of the week, and we'll get into that game.
Okay.
So we're just going down right here with the brackets and stuff. So the Colts right now they would get in with the 6 and the 7 with the Dolphins, and the Raiders are sitting out right now, but. Damn, so that Colts win was major for today then.
The Ravens, I mean, they're what, in 3rd place, right?
Yeah, they're not going to make it in the CE.
They might not even make it. Let me see here.
No.
So Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Yeah, they might not make it. Damn.
They have to jump over the Raiders, bro. And they have a tough.
Who would have thought Cleveland, Miami, and no fucking Raiders? I mean Ravens. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make it.
Well,
yeah, you're right.
Well, like it's classic NFL. Like we've seen NFL history. These teams,
NFL, not for long. Not for long, league. That's what they. Not for long. That's what they right. Joke about. It stands for not for long.
Right, because right now we would have 4 new playoff teams in the AFC.
Miami, Cleveland, Indianapolis, and Las Vegas.
And no, Pittsburgh too.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Las Vegas not even in. They're the 8th seed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. The turnaround, from one year to the next, bro.
That's crazy. And it's gonna be the first year since 2008 that the Patriots are not gonna be in it.
No. Mofo says that the Raiders versus the Colts playoff matchup game to me. Yeah, that's next week. Man, that's a perfect game because the Raiders gotta win that shit, bro. The Raiders gotta win that shit. No ways around it. Like for the season, right? Because somehow they drop that game, it's gonna put them in a real tough bind to come out of the get that 7 seed.
He's gonna be
And
great.
but they could, bro, because they rested. Okay, I mean they didn't rest, but their best running back didn't play, and their best defensive back didn't play today. They'll be back for that Colts game, right?
Yeah.
And the Raiders play really good against. I mean, they play really good in big time games. Like they really show up, the Raiders, so they
Yeah,
can
they
win
got
that
one
shit,
of the
dude.
Chiefs and the Saints this year.
Yep. Yep, in the prime time. Yep. So they could definitely get that shit, bro. I would not pick the fucking Colts in that one.
Cultures lost today. The fucking center from the fucking Texans fucked it up for Watson.
Yeah, that was a really bad game for the Colts, and even the worst game for the Texans because the Colts had no business to win that shit.
Nope.
No business, bro.
They got lucky the fucking center was bad.
Uh, all right, Mr. C Sports Show. So we've been on here for about an hour. We went over all the games. Anything you want to get into and talk about?
No, man, it's just crazy these games and like you said, I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs are gonna make it to the Super Bowl, but after that, I don't really know what the hell's gonna happen, man. I think the NFC's wide open.
Yep.
Yeah, Miami, Cleveland, they're like the two surprises. Yeah, so like you said, 4 new faces possibly in the AFC playoffs, man. That's cool to see, man. That's the thing about the NFL, man. That you always get new faces. It's not like the NBA where it's kind of repetitive. So that's good.
Yep.
It should be fun, man. Literally, we have a month left. 4 more weeks. We have a month left. Hopefully, players can stay healthy and no more postponements. And we have a very active week coming up. We got 2 games tomorrow: Pittsburgh, Washington, Buffalo, San Francisco. Then we got Baltimore, Dallas on Tuesday, and then on Thursday we got Rams. So we got Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday night football this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Yep, should be a fun week of football this week. Outside of Wednesday and Friday, there's literally football every week this week.
So tomorrow's game, CE, what are you thinking, bro? Pittsburgh, obviously, right? What about the Niners and the Bills, bro? That's a tough one.
I beg your pardon?
The game's tomorrow, bro. My bad.
I'm gonna go with the Bills, and I think that Pittsburgh Washington might be close. Because the Pittsburgh loves to play both games. Obviously, Pittsburgh should win it.
I think the Pittsburgh game is I think they're gonna try to make a statement because a lot of people are talking shit on them that they can't do shit. They just like play with these teams and win like barely. So I think they're gonna try to come out and try to like score a lot of points on that team. But they got a good defense, so you're right. It's gonna be interesting. That Niners Bills game.
Defense, so it'll be good.
The Niners Bills game for me, CE, is very very interesting. This game. Because of the fact that the Bills are traveling to the West Coast, right? Usually when teams travel from east to west, it is a night game. It is a prime time game, and the game won't even be in San Francisco. It's going to be somewhere
Arizona,
in California.
Arizona.
Arizona. Thank you. Right. Mm-hmm. So, okay, the Bills. I mean, they've had good wins, right? They're what? They're 1, 2, 3. They're 3-1, 4-1 in their last 5 games. They just lost to the Cards and the Chiefs at the Cards. And the thing about the Niners, C though, they kind of remind me of like a very poor man. Okay, like a poor man. This version of like a Tennessee Titans. Maybe not with but the defense and more stat. Okay. And I think the Bills could have trouble playing against those type of teams that play like that. Bills are good against like these teams that have like they want to score points and shit and move the ball down the field. They get the ball back and they score and shit. But versus these teams that hold on like a Shanahan, ball possession, defense, I think it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't count the Bills as such an easy win. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers tomorrow.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It is. It's very, very crazy because it's not logical. It's not like 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 your first logic is to say the Bills, but I was just looking at the game really in depth, and I might have looked at it too much, and it might backfire on me. But I just was looking at some of the losses that the Bills had, and the way the Niners been playing the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, man, like they could get them, like they could do it, but we'll see. Um, the Ravens Cowboys game, I don't know what's happened there, Mr. C Sports Show.
Lamar
Hopefully we get
Jackson's coming back. Oh, that's good.
hopefully we get a good football game in that one.
That should be a
That's
good game.
Could be kind of like a little bit of like a shit show vibe in that one, but hopefully I'm wrong and it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Andy Dalton can maybe remember some of the fucking plays from the Ravens play when he was in Cincinnati. I don't know. Hopefully we get some good football.
Exactly, Mofo. They're in the playoff hunt. They went to that Super Bowl last year. I mean, they still got the little winning culture in that team. I think they're gonna come on and try to win that shit, bro. I don't think they're gonna fold. I think they're gonna try out and like hurt Josh Allen because that defense is fucking rough. But moving along, the Rams and Patriots. I like the Rams, but you can make a case for the Patriots coming off that 45-point beatdown, and they're staying in LA. So probably all this week we're gonna hear on ESPN and Fox Sports. They're gonna talk about they stay in LA. They're gonna play in the same stadium, all this and this and that. But it's a different tier team, right? You're playing a 8-4 team versus a 3-8 team. Right?
Playing a Penn coach was a really smart coach.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. And then the rest of the games, I haven't looked at them yet.
I don't understand how you score 45 points, but your quarterback doesn't even throw for like 369 yards. That's crazy.
That's fucking nuts, bro. He's running a college football type of offense, that guy, with the RP, with the run pass option shit that he's running with that guy. But props to Cam Newton CE for not getting hurt, dude. Props to him for not getting hurt. Because that's why
they're going to finish 8-8 probably.
Finish 8-8, yeah. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to miss it.
Nah, they're not. But, I mean, it's going to be good for their first year without Tom Brady.
Yeah. And I think the future quarterback is what? Jarrett Stidham? Nah, he's not the future.
I heard rumors that they might want Jimmy Garoppolo back. Because there's talks about San Francisco wanting to trade for Matt Ryan because he was with Kyle Shanahan in Atlanta when they won the Super Bowl. I mean, when they went to the Super Bowl. So they're saying they might and then they're saying that they could shift Jimmy Garoppolo to New England.
That's very possible in the NFL world, dude. Like in the offseason, I could see that happening. Like, because they do that shit every year. They move pieces around. Like, Teddy Bridgewater, Saints, Carolina. You know what I mean? That Winston guy moving. So they move pieces around. So I could see
Rivers to Tom Brady to Tampa Bay.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's very possible. Where you see Matt Ryan go to San Francisco, and then you see Jimmy Garoppolo go back to New England.
Right, like these two franchises try to like save what they have with the team. Garoppolo it's tough. The position of quarterback in the NFL is really tough to like really give a good critique on these dudes because they have so much responsibility on their hands, and if they fuck up, it might not even be their fault. Like Derek Carr today threw a perfect pass to fucking Ruggs, and it went off of his fucking hands, and it's an interception, right? But in the stat book, it's gonna look Derek Carr interception, but that wasn't the case. It was like a perfect pass.
Yeah, if you just read stats and you don't watch highlights, you're just gonna say this fucker threw an interception.
Wow.
You're gonna blame it on him.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, man. It's we'll see what happens, but
that's what I like about the NFL, bro. It's because it's such a tough sport to really wrap your everything around, and that's why every Sunday it's such a hectic day of upsets and this guy out of nowhere and this out of nowhere because there's so many moving pieces in the NFL. It's the craziest sport in the world, bro. 11 versus 11, up last like 2-3 seconds, and they kill each other.
Yep. And
I
now with
love
the
it.
any given Sunday, we saw it today with New York with the backup quarterback Colt McCoy upsetting Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, bro.
We
All right,
saw yeah.
All right, Mr. C Sports Show. So on that note, we're gonna end the little podcast show. I want to thank everyone for joining in here and watching and listening and all that cool stuff. Mofo, Colby, London, everyone. Um, and yeah, dude, have a good rest of the evening, everyone. And we'll catch you guys later.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.